DSFL 2, week number 15. Dallas Cowboys come into this matchup at 6-7 on the year, taking on the 9-4 third-seeded Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Slim chance for the Cowboys to make in the playoffs here in Tampa Bay, but the Buccaneers have to make way with third-stringer Trent Dilfer. He's had an okay up-and-down DSFL season, but it'd be Roger Staubach that'd show how to get it done in the passing game. Jason Witten inside the Tampa Bay side of the field, and then an 8-yard touchdown to make it 7-3. Then Dilfer looking deep. He'd be picked off on this play. This one, Terrence Newman going the other way inside the 35 and taken out of bounds, but there's a flag roughing the passer. Are you kidding me? Against Bob Lilly of the Cowboys. That one a huge blow for Dallas, and now Tampa Bay gets the football back. And in the second quarter, with under 2 minutes to play, Dilfer would drive his team down the field. 3rd down and 10 pass near the first down. Williams would be called short of the first down marker. They would have to punt it away, but Staubach, right before halftime, looking to the right side, picked off this one all the way in. Marquise Lewis for the touchdown. And now the Buccaneers take a 10-7 lead. Now Dallas scores on 2 field goal attempts, and on 2nd and 7, way to come back in the football game, Dallas. Staubach going deep. Drew Pearson is there, and he has it for the touchdown. And Dallas extends its lead, 20-10. But can the Buccaneers travel back down the field? 3rd and 18. Carrier converts for the first. Now 3rd and 8. Dilfer looking, gets sacked, and he can't even throw the football away. Corner blitz. That's Larry Brown to take him down. Now they have to settle for a field goal. Now can the Dallas Cowboys run out the clock to get a first down, but send it back to the Buccaneers. 3rd down and 1. One final drive for Dilfer. Big play on 4th down. Dilfer back to throw, takes off and sacked on the play, and they lose. Still having the 3rd seed, but Dallas still has a chance of making the wild card. Jaguars and the Falcons, 2 teams both out of the playoff race, battling here in Atlanta. Second quarter action, Ryan firing deep to the right side, the pass picked off. It would be a defensive battle all the way in Atlanta. Jaguars come up on top by a score 7-0, and now they're 3-10 in the DSFL. Since the Dolphins have gone 5-0, they've lost 5 out of their past 8, now at 8-5. They have a big chance to at least revitalize their season. Darryl Talley with an early interception. The 8-5 Bills looking good after a 3-0 start, but Kelly fumbles the football, picked up by Starks. Big turnaround for Miami right before halftime as Dan Marino cashes in Anthony Fasano into the end zone for a touchdown. 10-3 start now for the Dolphins right before halftime, but the defense cannot make way. Eric Moulds burns them deep and scores. Tie game at 10 apiece. Now right before halftime, Don Beebe gets the ball back and he's into the end zone, and the Dolphins now trail by a touchdown after leading 10-0 in this game. Now in the 3rd quarter, sign of life for Miami is Jason Taylor on the fumble recovery, and he is gone. Open space, no one is going to catch him, and the linebacker scores on an over 60-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. And now Miami ties it up and takes the lead at a 20-17 mark. The Buffalo marches down the field again. Jim Kelly deep, and he will score at the 2-minute warning, and that will do it. Buffalo wins 27-24, and Miami is in trouble. Giants and the Redskins, New York practically out of the postseason race, but will still have a fight. They have to win and hope for an Eagles loss and chance for the postseason after losing last week to the Cowboys. Tiki Barber off the left side, 50-yard touchdown, and the Giants strike first at 7-0. Second quarter action here, Sonny Jurgensen with an off-target pass and picked off Corey Webster 26 yards the other way, and an INT for a TD. Make it 14-0 Giants in the 3rd. Now can the Redskins counter on special teams, but a kickoff return fumble recovered by Matthias Kiwanuka, and the Giants take advantage, pounded in for a touchdown, and the Giants go on to win and have a slim chance, have to hope for an Eagles loss for the postseason. Jets and the Eagles, if Philadelphia wins, they again reclaim the East as the Redskins have lost in Week 15. Jets score on an early touchdown. They don't need the starting running back when Thomas Jones, the number 3 halfback, can get it done for the Jets. 7-0 start for New York, but Tommy McDonald helps the Eagles tie the game at 7 apiece. Then at 10-7, McDonald actually gets in the end zone, his 12th TD of the season. Impressive start for Tommy McDonald and the Eagles at 17-7. Then at the end of the third quarter, Philadelphia going deep again, and this one looked to seal it here in the third quarter as it's now 24-3. But then after a Jets field goal, he'd fumble the football, Cunningham that is, and then Grantham gets into the end zone, and all of a sudden it's a one-touchdown game for the New York Jets. And with time running out in the football game, 4th and 22, Al Toon, can he catch it to go into overtime? The referee's decision, they say no, it's an incomplete pass. So Philadelphia squeaks out with a tough win. Al Toon did not get 2 feet in bounds, and now at 8-6 on the year, the Eagles need just one win. That's it to make it into the postseason, but next week they have to face the Dallas Cowboys in their house. Meanwhile, the Redskins and Cowboys do have a chance. Giants out of it at 6-8. Seahawks and the Bears, the only playoff implication is in Chicago here. 3-0 start here in the first quarter. Doug Baldwin trying to get the kickoff. No, it's a fumble on the play. Wilbur Marshall inside the 20, stiff arm. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, the first TD in Chicago. Makes it 10-0 Bears here. But the Seahawks with an impressive drive right off the fumble and cap it off with a touchdown to stay in the game. Seahawks only down by a field goal right before halftime. But Zorn, oh my goodness, with a chance to tie it up. Mike Richardson with the interception return for a touchdown. Now it's 17-7, back to a 10-point ball game. Second half action now. It'd be the fourth quarter, and the Bears with an impressive drive off the 7-point lead. As on 3rd and 11, Luckman Cox fires to the end zone. The pass, leaping catch, Johnny Morris, touchdown catch, and now it's 21-10. Seahawks lose and are out of it. And now over to Minnesota as the Vikings and Saints take off. And New Orleans has a very slim chance for the postseason, but Randy Moss changes that for Minnesota. It's now 17-3 into the third quarter. More receivers getting deep. This is Chris Carter, 78-yard score, and the Vikings pull away with this one. New Orleans now busted out of the postseason with this loss. Vikings trying to revitalize what was a failed season this year. Titans and the Colts in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis trying to improve to, that's right, 12-2 on the year. Impressive start for the Colts, but here after a scoreless game, this is Hennigan going way deep. This one a touchdown, 81 yards. McNair to Hennigan to make it 7-0. Right before halftime, Unitas play action fake. Reggie Wayne burns the defense deep. Where was the coverage on that play? Titans get burned, and it's tied at 7 entering the third quarter. McNair back to work. Following a 3rd and 10 conversion, it's 1st and goal from inside the 5, and the fullback gets deep and piles his way into the end zone, and the Titans retake the lead. Ahmad Hall to make it 14-7. At the end of the third quarter, Unitas going deep. Can he tie the game? No, he cannot. Werner on the interception, and he goes inside the 20, scampers to the 11-yard line. Antoine Werner with the first of, that's right, 3 Unitas interceptions on the night. It's 21-7 Titans, and in the fourth quarter, more miscues for the lead man for Indianapolis. Boy, we might want to see Peyton Manning in this situation. Now, after a 2-touchdown deficit, Marvin Harrison gets the better of the defense on this play, but that's right, 3 interceptions by Unitas. Not going to get it done, especially at home, trying to get that playoff positioning in the AFC. Now, last second, Unitas fires it deep, and Marvin Harrison, one of the best DSFL players in this entire league, gets the touchdown on the play. Flag is not against the Colts. Now, they have one final chance on the onside, but that's not going to go their way. Kenny Britt on the recovery. Titans with the upset win at home over the Colts, and Indianapolis still has hold of the 2nd seed. Texans-Oilers mix of teams has not had very much problem winning so far in this season. They're 11-1 on the year, facing off against the very lackluster Carolina Panthers at home. It should be an easy win. Houston trying to go to 12-1 on the year, but early offensive struggles that would end up costing them in the end. It's 7-0 Carolina. Then D'Angelo seals it for Carolina, and Houston falls to 11-2 and has to face the Colts next week. Kansas City and Green Bay. Boy, has that been a ring in the Super Bowl era. That was the matchup between the very first Super Bowl of all time. Early on, it'd be Priest Holmes down the right sideline, and then Len Dawson intercepted. Boy, you don't want to see that. Bill Forrester with the INT. Still scoreless game here in KC. Now can Green Bay capitalize off the interception? They do score a touchdown, and then Rodgers trying to make his MVP caliber season count here in KC. Another touchdown. It's 14-0 now. Green Bay up on top right before halftime. Nice play by Sterling Sharp, battling his way into the end zone. Third quarter action now. Another play action boot. Rodgers fires, gets right past the KC defense. That is James Lofton with a 73-yard score. Green Bay wins easy. They're now 10-3 on the year, trying to make way over the Chicago Bears in the NFC North. Bengals and the Rams in a big matchup. Here can Cincinnati pull off the upset win. They only have one win all year long. Ken Anderson with a tremendous drive down the field on their opening possession, but Ronald Bartel stops the drive and turns it into a touchdown for the Rams. A pick six of over 85 yards makes it 7-0 St. Louis, and this James Starks touchdown only ties the game for the Bengals, but a nice job getting it into the end zone here. Now it's 10-7 Rams. Marshall Faulk breaks a tackle and gets some good yardage to kickstart the drive, and then Kurt Warner fires it deep. Can he score a touchdown? That is Elroy Hirsch beating the defense deep. It's now 17-7. The defense has to head back to the bench. Now here comes the Rams offense with under 2 minutes to go, and this one seems to seal it for St. Louis. Can Cincinnati end up with a fourth quarter drive here with under 2 minutes to go? 4th and 10, long odds for the Bengals, but Dan Ross is wide open on that play. And then the 2 plays later, Ken Anderson, another first down as A.J. Green is clotheslined. And then breaking a tackle, that is Cedric Benson. 4th down and 4, second 4th down conversion. This is Ross running it deep again, and now the Rams are very concerned here as the Bengals are an onside kick away. Can they recover the onside? The slow-mo kick is recovered by the Rams. That'll do it for St. Louis. Cincinnati loses yet again, and St. Louis keeps their playoff streak alive. Patriots and the Broncos, 2 teams nearly out of the postseason. If Denver wins, they have a slim, that's right, very slim chance to making the postseason due to the KC loss in Mile High. 7-0 start for the Broncos. And then Lionel Taylor burns it deep. Can Elway lead a win over New England? Tom Brady back to throw. He'd look to the end zone trying to get a touchdown, but Braxton picks him off for the first of, that's right, Brady picked off 4 times today here in Mile High. So is there any chance for the Patriots to win this game? No, sir. Broncos win 31-14. Ravens and the Chargers in a matchup where the Baltimore Ravens and SD have a chance to perhaps make their way into a late postseason run off a tip ball. Sharp catches it for a touchdown. It's 10-0 Ravens. Then Fouts back. He gets a touchdown. That is Lance Alworth in the end zone. So now it's only a field goal game, but Baltimore at the end of the third showing rally. Flacco to Sharp, catches it deep. He's into the end zone. Ravens win 17-9. over the San Diego Chargers, who are out of it in the AFC West. Ravens still have a chance for a wild card berth. Last matchup of the night, it's Monday Nighter. Steelers and the 49ers kicking off here right before halftime in a scoreless effort. This one intercepted by Troy Polamalu. Montana should have just ran the football or thrown it away. Take a field goal, it'd be 3-0. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh tacks on a field goal. And in the fourth quarter, John Stallworth catches a touchdown to make it 10-0. Bradshaw to Stallworth, key for the Steelers this year. Ronnie Lott getting burned along with the whole defense. And the defense cannot help but Larry Foote if he returns it deep for a touchdown. 17-0. Offense did nothing all day long for San Francisco. They fall to 12-2 on the year. Meanwhile, the Steelers at 13-1. 2 teams tremendous. We'll probably see them in the postseason. Here are your standings after Week 15 of the year. We have 2 weeks left. This should be very interesting, coming right down to the wire. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers with the best record in the entire DSFL, 13-1. We'll see how they fare along with the rest of the NFL. The Lions-Raiders game, a very key matchup in determining the DSFL was glitched. We had the Raiders on top of the Lions, 38-28. Bummer for Detroit. They fall yet again. Now they're out of the postseason. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week in Week 16. Another epic matchup next week as we head close to the playoffs.